Let's start out over with the less spoilery one in Murderville, the new comedy show that popped up on Netflix that I was kind of excited to see. It's an intriguing premise. Basically, Will Arnett plays this detective who on every episode of the show has a different murder to solve, and he is joined by a guest star playing his co-detective. Only the guest star isn't given a script and kind of just has to improv along with the story. So it's this sort of funny situational thing. I think almost like you can say it's almost like mixed with an escape room element, because the guest star then also has to come up with who the murderer is by the end of the episode. So they're not just acting along comedically, they're also trying to pick up clues and then solve it in the end. So it's got this interesting mix of elements. I think once you watch a few of them, you kind of see the formula they're going for, and there's episodes where they hit it better and episodes where they don't hit it as well. It also really is reliant on how good the guest star is and how willing they are to play along, or how overwhelmed they get in certain moments. Ken Jeong shows up in the last one, and he's a guy who very easily breaks, which might not be the best if you're watching for the improv, but is kind of funny just to watch for the situational humor of it.
Oh, maybe you watch for that as well. I like when people break.
Exactly. That's sometimes the funniest part of it. Like for me, in Kumail's episode, the funniest parts are when they're breaking.
Yeah.
I found it pretty delightful. I'm not sure it's fully honed in, but I feel like maybe with another season they would even tighten it up more. But I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching all 6 episodes. What do you think?
I thought it was pretty funny. One of my favorite episodes would be the one you were saving for me, which was the Marshawn Lynch episode. They need to have this man
Detective
on a lot
Bagovich.
more things. I thought it worked really well in the sense that you are there also trying to get the clues, right? It's
Right.
almost like one of those mystery books where right at the end they kind of wrap up everything for you. At the end, letting you know what clues you might have missed, where were the red herrings as well
Right.
that made you think that was the person. And it's almost like an interactive board game streaming, but also as a show where you could just follow along if you wanted to. But I think it's really fun to play along with them. It's really cool to see kind of like the storylines that they carry from episode to episode, because while the cameo doesn't know what's going on, they're kind of like, there's a divorce plot line that's been going on between 2 characters that work at the precinct. There's just like reoccurring jokes that will come back later. And I think it would be really interesting to see what they do with the season 2 as they're able to expand that lore as well, and how people have to play within it. But it's a fun show to put on.
The more silliness they pack in to kind of keep the guest on their toes, I think the better the show is. So again, I just think there's a lot of potential there. So I'd like to see them make some more of it.